G'day everybody, welcome to Mallee Sustainable Farming's lockdown, lowdown video series that we're bringing you this spring in lieu of being able to get out and show off our trial sites in field days. So this little trial we're doing with Kenton Porker from Sardi, and we're looking here at a few management strategies to be able to plant wheat early, but also then manage the canopy in a bit of an innovative way if the crop gets a little bit too far ahead of itself and is looking to flower a bit early. So the crop over here on my right is Scepter. This was sown in around about the 16th of April. And you can see here that it's actually sort of towards the end of flowering. It's early September, probably a bit far ahead of where we'd like to be. And also you can see within the canopy here, there is the odd bit of frost that's occurred. Not too bad, but in some other years, other circumstances, this crop could have been really at risk of being frosted quite severely. So one of the management strategies that we're investigating in this trial is to try and slow down crop phenology by giving it a haircut essentially at that sort of growth stage 31. So around about the 16th of June, a couple of months after sowing, this is Scepter again, sown in that middle of April sowing. And we've come through and taken off the first node. So normally when we talk about grazing cereals, we talk about grazing before that first node, finishing grazing so that we don't set that yield potential back and allow that first node to come through and form a head from there. In this case, what we're trying to do is actually target that first node stage so that we actually knock out those early emerging heads and try and set the phenology back a couple of weeks to try and delay flowering. And you can see here, this one here is just sort of past head emergence, where here we're sort of at the back end of flowering, early grain fill. So you can see that we've definitely been able to delay flowering here, delay phenology, and we'll see what happens through the rest of the season. Scepter plot sown in the middle of April that we've been able to give a haircut on and try and delay phenology. Another method that we could use is to switch over from a spring wheat over to a winter wheat. So here we've got the variety Longsword. A lot of people would have heard about that. Instead of, basically these need vernalization before they'll initiate head emergence. So you can see here that the Longsword variety is just coming up to head emergence now, not far behind where we've trimmed off the Scepter, but we're still a long way behind that really early flowering that we've achieved in that early sown Scepter. So the thing we need to know about selecting winter wheat is we need to select a winter wheat that is really well adapted for our environment. On the left here I have a Longsword again, obviously early head emergence, so after it's met that vernalization requirement it's quite quick through the rest of its reproductive phase. And it doesn't matter if we sow this in early April or late April, its reproductive development phase or when it's going to reach flowering is going to be about the same. Over here though we've got Bennett wheat, and you can see here that it's still way back, not even in the booting phase, so it's going to flower very late. So it's a slow wheat, so once its vernalization requirement is met it's going to be really still quite slow to reach that heading and flowering stage. So obviously that's going to be less adapted in this environment, even though we've used it for an early sowing opportunity. So that's a bit of a wrap of the this little trial site. It's just a bit of an innovative trial to try and look at ways that we can think about reaping the benefits of early sowing in this mallee environment, but also having strategies to mitigate those risks that are going to come along as the season progresses.